What's up, guys? Coming to you, I want to talk to you about the Mr. Miracle finale. Alright, so with this issue, I don't know, part of me was just glad it's over. It was really sad. The first half of the series was amazing. Just amazing. But in true Tom King fashion, it doesn't end well, And I'm sorry for all you Tom King lovers out there. I like some of his stuff. Some of his stuff is amazing, and some of it is just kind of bleh. I felt like that with the War of Jokes and Riddles, which, by the way, has one of the best issues I've read out of Batman ever. And it's that issue with it's kind of like a tie-in issue of that story with the Kite Man. Amazing, just amazing. But the rest of that series was kind of dumb. The Bat Wedding was lame. Mr. Miracle was the difference. Like, we're like, whoa, this is like a classic in the making. Like, we're reading a classic being written. It was pretty awesome. And then it just kind of died off, the story got boring. Some of the stuff just off, and that's kind of how this is. And now we got the Heroes in Crisis, and I'll talk about that later. Anyways, so I feel like this is a fitting in. I mean, the cover is really awesome. I love this cover. Although Lewis said that, Barda's kind of really looks like a teenager, as opposed to like the girthy lady that she is. She's supposed to be like this big, massive lady. It's more representative in the comic. Like, she looks like she could take anybody in the comic. It's more like Amazonian build, and she just looks like a teenager in high school. Anyways, but otherwise, the cover's really awesome. I think it's really cool, especially since the first one was him on the stage in the spotlight. But there were some things that I liked about this, in that you have him being visited by people in his past who have died, and they're all talking to him about his future and what he's accomplished. Now, again, I felt like the last issue was kind of lame. I just have a hard time thinking that these two nonchalant characters could really take Doom or Darkseid on by themselves, even with a massive gun. Like, have you ever seen that old trope for villains where like the hero gets close to them and they attack, and then like the villain has already figured that they would betray him and has like a shield around him? I was like, that would basically be what Doomsday did. Or Doomsday. Why do I keep saying Doomsday? Darkseid. So like they get this big gun out and they shoot at him, and then I would just assume that he has a shield around him, and he's just like, really, that's what you're gonna try? And then he beats the mess out of them. So that's how I feel like that would have really gone in real life. But what do I know? I'm not a famous writer yet. Anyways, but I like the concept. Some of it is just, I feel like, so this series, Tom King tries to get the nonchalant, like, normal life, and kind of bring like all these big problems in the backdrop of like a normal life. And I think it works really well for the first half of the series. But the later half of the series, it just gets monotonous. You're just he's made it so big where obviously like that what's going on out here is going to affect how your normal life is going to go. And sometimes he does it well, and then this one he doesn't. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in here that you don't care about. And it doesn't even add to the characters whatsoever. And some of it's just very confusing. I do think it's really cool that they're having a second child. That's really cool. Some of it's okay. I thought the appearance of Doomsday, or why do I keep saying Doomsday? Darkseid was kind of dumb. where he's visited by Darkseid and he props his feet up on him. I was like, yeah, that's how Darkseid's gonna do. And he didn't even say anything. I'm like, that's a wasted appearance of Darkseid. He should have said something like, you know, I always expected better from you. Like, I did treat you as a son. You know, I don't know, something interesting. Some of the other characters, you know, had good dialogue, I thought. Let's see. I didn't like that he beat his father. I felt like a better turn for the character would have been where he finally understood what his father went through. It's like, hey, like, you made the wrong choice, but I understand. But instead, like, his father sticks to his guns, and he beats his father. I'm like, yeah, no, you were definitely raised on Apocalypse. So he's beating his dad down. It's a ghost figure of his dad, so it's not even there. Yeah, it's just, they eat a hot dog and somehow the kid gets like super messy. I'm just like, I didn't understand that. That's kind of random, but anyways. Oh, and I guess the last thing, they use curse words all the time, and in this, like, they kind of mark it out so you can't see what they're actually saying, although you can kind of guess. But I feel like they use them in the weirdest times. I'm just like, oh no, I need to use an expletive because we're out of hot dogs, and I'm just like, is that something normal people do? 'Cause I mean, I'm not normal. I don't use curse words, but I mean, is that something normal people do? Like, we're out of hot dogs. Like, curses. Like, I don't know. That's just super weird to me. Maybe other people it comes more natural. I don't know. But I just felt like they use it just to use it, and like even people I know who use strong language all the time, they use it when it's more relevant to what's going on. It's not just because they're mad that they forgot to buy or they ran out of a food product. Like, there's just sometimes I feel like they're using it just to prove a point. And some people I know actually do that, and every time they do, it's stupid in real life. So why would you do that in writing for characters? Like, I don't know. Anyways, that's what I had with them. You know, I'm glad this series is over. I really enjoyed it at the beginning, but after a while, it kind of got a little monotonous, and you know, that shouldn't be what it's like. There were a few issues where it was confusing. They didn't really explain what was going on, but overall, I did enjoy it. You know, especially the first half. I at least have that. You know, but if you liked the whole thing, let me know. Leave me a comment and tell me what you liked about it. Would you disagree? I'd love to hear your opinion. But that's all I got. So thanks for liking, subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. And we will catch you next time. Peace.